Okie doke, here we are. This is FV215B replay. We are playing Sand River Assault. Immediately, I'm gonna go to the middle of the map. For those who don't play Assault, which is apparently a lot of people, I have to explain to my platoon mates in this game what I'm doing and why. I feel like on Sand River Assault, going to the middle, especially as a defense after map changes, is just totally dominant.
Not if you need to introduce me, otherwise I'm just this
That's true.
guy talking.
And with me is Shake, who you may have heard in other replays. Welcome, Shake. Anyway, the start of the map, we're driving forward. I've, at this point, directed Dwight to drive to the middle instead of doing whatever the hell it was he was doing, and he gets shot for it, so, you know, karma.
Honestly, I don't play Assault on Sand River a lot, so I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I think he spawned on the 2, which if you see in K2 is a position where the defenders can spawn, so his path was probably just a little unfortunate for him. But yeah, no, you're try to talk through Assault, since I have learned that pretty much no one seems to be playing it, which I think is a mistake. I actually really like the game mode. I think a lot of the maps that are in the Assault rotation are changed enough as to be kind of a unique experience. As you can see on Sand River, it is basically north to south instead of east to west, which is a large change, and it really focuses on this ridge in the middle, which already, you see me shoot at U100, I am kind of exploiting people's lack of knowledge. And there's a 1390, which I'm going to miss, because I'm just going to say that he has a shield, you know, his tank is shielded. But again, I'm up in the middle looking for shots. And I get lit, which scares me. Gonna get shot here. I was a little surprised to see the 430 there. I don't know, Shake, did you? I mean, would you have guessed that the 430 was there?
No, I mean, when I have played this, it's usually vision tanks, like maybe in the middle, and then it's just everyone's either on the 1 line or the 0 line.
Yeah, yeah. Usually you spread out 1 and 0 line. I think people are drawn to those because I don't really know, actually. I'm really not sure why people play this map.
It just feels protected, you know. I mean, they only have to worry about half of the map shooting them, as opposed to the whole map, you know, when you're in the middle.
Definitely, I think in the case
down angles.
The case of the 0 line, you're right. We see right now that the E100 and IS-7 on the 0 line are making plays. Same 1390, still has his shields up. I'm gonna have to wait to shoot him. Looking for it. And I think Dwight, you know, he's sitting over there. He's the one to shoot the 1390, but his position I think is wrong. I think he wants to be where I am.
Yeah. What about Bryant?
Bryant, yeah, Bryant in the leopard one. We haven't seen much of him yet in this replay. He's kind of been sniping from the ridges. I think that's a more powerful position if they go to the middle, but at this point he's decided he wants to do something, so he's moving to the middle. And action, the T-57 kind of drives out in the open. And unfortunately, yeah, like, I think he just is making a wrong call here, so we're gonna shoot the T-57 a bunch. Thanks, T-57. Of course, I bounce.
I guess this is what makes Assault fun, is people will just push into the open.
Yeah, I feel like you can control the pace of an Assault game as an individual player very well. By going to the middle and getting all of this kind of, like, if you look at my mini-map right now, I own, you know, most of the map. I can see almost everything, and I can shoot at most everything, including this E-Hundy, who just kind of drove down the 7 line. It's great because usually, like, a lot of maps kind of bog down, right? And you end up, there's, you know, 2 or 3 viable flanks that people go to, and there's 5 to 8 tanks on each of those flanks, so you find yourself just kind of trading off of corners. Whereas on Assaults, on a lot of the maps, really, being the tank in front and spotting for your team, on offense and on defense, is both rewarding and powerful in terms of getting the win. So here I'm still in the middle. Really, I'm just looking to kind of shoot at anything that comes around. SP1C made the mistake of doing that, and I, you know, totally skillfully don't get damaged by that heat round from the GW Panther. Just takes out my observation device. But at this point, actually, I think Bryant kind of sees that the IS-7 is pushing into our IS-4, so I'm flexing over that way. And we're still flexing, but I think at this point the enemy is kind of committing to trying to push down the 0 line, which...
Yeah. Like, when do you decide, like, what makes you decide to leave the middle?
Well, This game is a little surprising. Usually I think that they send tanks to the middle, and it's more contested. They didn't do that at all this game, so I was pretty much just king of the hill. But leaving the middle here felt right because Bryant had flexed over, so I wanted to back up my platoon mate. And we end up seeing a lot of tanks here. The Conway's coming up. Both of the Leopards, the Leopard PTA and Leopard 1 are driving down, and there was an IS-7, so it felt like we needed to kind of shore up this flank. So that's what we're doing now. It's actually a little bit of a bad scenario. I'm out in the open. The 215B is super slow, very vulnerable in this spot. I clearly get hit by RD. The Leopard, I believe he shoots me here, but he has made mistakes. We'll leave it at that.
Seems like a bad place for a Leopard.
Yeah, if he's just a little bit north of where he is, he's behind a ridgeline and I can't shoot him, but instead he's just chilling in the open and he's an easy kill. For Dwight, who doesn't call his kill shot. And I waste a shot. I'm gonna shake my fist at you, Dwight. Blaming you for that miss.
Are we gonna talk about the fact that you have all gold rounds?
Yeah, I mean, astute viewers may have noticed that I have opted not to bring any of the AP rounds. It's actually against my religion. I do it on moral grounds. Totally alright. Same with my consumables, you can see. So here actually Bryant goes into that pit and I have to bail him out. I do save him in time. Land a nice shot teetering over the ridge. And the match seems alright now, but it's still actually very close. And I like this IS-3. He's doing stuff. You know, usually the IS-3, even for tier 10s, is a pretty intimidating tank, but I don't really feel very threatened at this point by the IS-3. But we see this 430 kind of charging into Bryant, which is pretty awkward. So I'm still shooting the IS-3, he bounces me, but I need to go help Bryant and Dwight because they're both really low on HP, and this 430 had 2,000 HP, which is a problem. So here, you know, more light tank shields, I just can't damage them. And I turn, yeah, this is what I get for not being afraid of the IS-3. Lands a pretty excellent shot in Lightsman fire, and the artillery follows up. So it's looking pretty dire, actually.
Upper plate.
Yeah, you know, just great shooting, really. But yeah, this match that looked like pretty good. I'm now 200 HP, both my platoon mates are dead. Looks bad, but oh boy, nice shot on the IS-3 there. My turn to do my best to face this guy. I need to bounce, get the bounce, and yeah, no, that's a 440 damage roll on a 400 damage gun, so it's pretty nice. I do want to point out that I'm not just totally lucky. I did take a shot at his left side where his fuel tanks are at to try and light him on fire, but it's still pretty lucky for me to come out of this. But you know, it's how it goes. It's not bad. At this point, like they're out of tanks. They failed to kill me. They already missed both shots there. Got Bryant in the chat with some question mark. Just kind of, you know, asking the enemy team what they might have been doing, how that went wrong, maybe. But they don't respond. You gotta give them props. They did not rise to his jab, so good for Bryant. You know, you gave it a go, but.
So this game's pretty much over.
Yeah, I think at this point it's cleanup. We are on defense. There's a minute 30 left in the match. I'm really just going to look for RD. I expect to die here, honestly. You can see I'm going really slow. Like, not a quick tank.
How do you attack on Sand River?
So I actually do generally the same thing.
Just go right to the middle.
Yeah, I really like to go to the middle. In a match with artillery, getting vision is really valuable in this map because as the attacker, you really need to kind of punish people that are getting lit on the open. So pretty much I go middle from both sides. It's a lot more challenging as the attacker now because they add these ramps when they change this map. This used to be probably, if not the most favored attacking assault map. It was probably, I'd say it was the most favored attack assault map. When you got attack on this map as assault, you were pretty much handed a win as long as you went to the middle and didn't kill yourself.
It used to be just like a cliff. There was no ramp, right?
Yep, you were given the cliff and the enemy could not attack you, which is great. So thanks, Shake, for being here, and I'll try to get the after battle stuff up here in a second. All right, and the after battle reports. Ace Tanker. I think this is actually the first time I aced the 215B. Kind of a tough tank to get the Ace Tanker on. High caliber, top gun, nothing too special. I did 7,154 damage with those 6 kills. Actually, my whole platoon clearly we combined for something like 15,000 damage that game. Just completely shut out the enemy team. Shake points out that the GW Panther that is fail platooned into the game is the top damage on the other team, so I think they were hurting for options on that one, but great game for Platoon 1 over here. Just topping the charts all over the place. Got to finish that one off. Detailed report. Not too much else to see here. No need to look at the credits for resupplying. Not a problem. Nothing to see here. You know, good stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully have more replays in the future.